Yes, people, what is good? Welcome back to my channel. It's Tobs here, and I'm here with a quick post-match reaction. Got Big Six coming up shortly, so I thought let me just get this out there. Leicester won, Tottenham won, King Power Stadium. What can I say, man? New season, same old Tottenham in the second half. Well, same old Tottenham with a different variation based off what we've seen last season, man. In typical fashion, game of two halves. Started the game really well, created a couple of openings, had one or two big chances. Solanke should have scored, had a couple of openings, flashes of the ball across the face of goal, getting into good positions, not making the killer pass. But we took the lead 1-0. Pedro Porro, good header. We've seen the typical hallmarks of an Ange team, fullbacks, attacking spaces into the box. Maddison, he was hooping in the first half. It was a good performance in the first half. I mean, we have to take the opposition with a pinch of salt. Leicester had one attempt all half. Pathetic. They were absolutely terrible, but we were quite good, and we were good value for the lead. And to be honest, they were fortunate that it wasn't more than one goal. And we really should have scored. We should have scored more. We should have put them to the sword. You know what happens in the Premier League. The Premier League is a humbler. You don't take your chances, you get punished. I did a watch along with Matisse where Chelsea were in a similar situation where they created some openings against a team like Man City. And Man City also created similar openings, but guess what? They had the quality to go one step further and punish Chelsea, right? And that's what Leicester did with us today. I'm pretty sure that was what? Their second, might have been their second or third attempt of the game, and they score. Their only chance in the second half, they score. And it just undoes all the good work that we saw in the first half. It undoes the fact that Bentancur was playing well in the first half. Maddison was our best player in the first half. The defense did what they needed to do in the first half, apart from Adogi. I'm not going to lie, I don't think he was that good today. Yeah, but I'm looking at the performances to a man. I thought Son was poor in the first half. I thought he continued that in the second half. I'm still scratching my head on the caliber of player that we have in Brennan Johnson. I know that he has his benefits, yeah, but this is fundamentally a player that just lacks the technical quality we need on that right hand side, and we see it time and time and time again. And it's a problem that he's going to be starting a significant amount of games for Spurs on the right wing this season. But it's not just Brennan Johnson who was poor. I mentioned Son was terrible today, absolutely terrible. I thought Dominic Solanke, that was a really bad debut. Had a couple of openings, worked hard. Don't get me wrong, Son, Solanke, Johnson, they worked hard off the ball. They were key to our pressing game in the first half, but off the ball, I mean on the ball, sorry, they were not good enough. Johnson just flapping, miscontrolling the ball at times. Dominic Solanke, loose passes, poor finishing. Just wasn't a good performance for him at all. That was a really poor debut, I must say. Really poor debut, and I was hoping he could get a couple of goals today, but it's not been a good start. It's not the end of the world, but it was certainly a poor performance. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The entire attack just offered not much today in possession. The defense, they were good in the first half, but Destiny, second half, it all unraveled. I don't even know what Romero was doing for that equalizer for Vardy. I feel like Pedro Porro, he has this thing where he just can't scan his surroundings. His spatial awareness in the box is a bit, in fact, it's very questionable. And this is the we've seen the two sides of Pedro Porro's game in fruition. We've seen the first half, the part that's good, the goals, right? I think no defender has been involved in more goals since the start of last season than him in the Premier League. But we also see the detractors. We see the defensive part that's lacking, where he doesn't really have any awareness of what's behind him. But in this instance, I'm putting more the blame on Romero, because Romero is one of the elder statesmen in our team. And he's the centre back. There's literally only one striker in the box, and that's Jamie Vardy. He's the danger man. We have all Leicester players covered in the box. Where are you going? Sorry, people. I had to quickly redo the second half of my video because there was some technicals. But anyway, back on Romero. I don't know what on earth he was thinking. Don't know what on earth he was thinking. Don't know where he thinks he needed to go, where he needed to be. The danger is literally behind you. There's only one striker on the pitch for Leicester, and it's like the 50-year-old Jamie Vardy. Why are we still letting this guy play? Why are we still letting this guy plague us? Sorry, I'm even losing track of my words because it's just the frustration. Like, I'm not in full meltdown mode. It's only game one, but still, it's not good enough. I cannot stress how bad a result this is. Sorry. This is a very, very bad result. Yeah? Irrespective of what we go on to do this season, in isolation, this is a very bad result. And not only did we let a 50-year-old, I know he's obviously not 50, he's 37 or whatever, we let an ancient Jamie Vardy score against us again. We then gave him an opportunity to put them into the lead. So Romero, who mares for the equalizer by just losing Jamie Vardy, that's just poor. A quality centre-back. You should know better. You should absolutely know better. It's just bad defending all round. The whole sequence of events leading up to the goal, just really bad defending from us. And then we just lose control and lose control. That's what I don't like. It spread like wildfire. You watch Game of Thrones? Wildfire. It literally spread like wildfire. Yeah? Players just forgetting their level and playing beneath it. Like, what happened with Bentancur was unfortunate. Absolutely unfortunate. It's got to be the most unlucky player in the Spurs shirt at the moment. And I really, really am happy to hear that he's better, right? But ultimately, the performance, it's not good enough. The result is bad, but the performance is even worse. It's even worse. When you look at the disparity between both sides, they had our hand-me-downs in midfield and Harry Winks, right? We're playing Bentancur, Maddison, Sarr. We got Bergvall, Gray, etc., on the bench, and it's just like, yo, why have we dropped points here? And even the substitutions as well. Like, there were so many players that played bad today. Destiny, I thought he was bad, and I'm gonna give him some grace because it's his first competitive game back in months. But that was a bad performance, not because he was getting beat or whatever, but just because that's not the overarching performance I expect from Destiny Udogie. In and out of possession. I've already explained how bad the attack was today. Solanke, terrible debut, unfortunately. Son, bad, but Sarr was okay. But I have to look at the manager again. I want Ange to be a success. I really do. I'm rooting for him to be a success. And I believe this result does not define our season. However, I don't like Ange making the same mistakes he made last season already. It's game week 1. Maddison was the best player on the pitch for us in the first half. Yes, his performance in the second half was not as good as the first, but he was not playing bad. He's our most creative player. Why are you taking him off? Kulusevski came on and showed some good flashes, showed some encouragement, and I actually think Kulu may just be on the cusp of having a good season in a Spurs shirt. But even still, the sub to make shouldn't have been Bergvall for Maddison. I love Ange's enthusiasm for playing the young G's, and that's a good sign. And what's also a good sign is that he brought on Kulusevski not to play on the right, but to play through the middle. I love that. That's how it should be. It should be Kulu for Maddison or Kulu with Maddison in the centre. However, you should not be taking Maddison. You need to win this game. He did the same thing against West Ham last season. He did it in a couple other games we played last season. Just not good. Not good. I can understand it when he's playing bad, but why? Why did Bergvall need to be on this pitch today? Was this really the game to bring on Bergvall? Can understand Archie Gray, but was this really the game to bring on Bergvall? Don't get it. And again, I'll restate. I do not like how we are off the ball. I don't like it. There's too much space. We commit way too many people forward. And we see the positives in the goal we scored, but we see the negatives when we get caught. Leicester could have scored more than 2 goals against us tonight, and that's a problem. Leicester, with no Mavididi, he didn't start. With a 37-year-old Jamie Vardy. It's not good enough. We have to do better. Have to do better. Anyway, people, let me know your thoughts and comments down below. What do you think of the performance? What do you think of the team's prospects this season in terms of Champions League qualification, etc., etc.? Just let me know your thoughts. I got to go on the Big Six, people, but take care, peace out, and up the Spurs, man. Game 1, not the end of the world, but as I said, terrible result.